Welcome back to the channel. So, do you guys want to know my top tips for having a successful major home renovation? If so, keep on watching. Okay guys, so for those of you who have been following me a while, thank you so much. You guys are my ride or dies. Thank you so much. Love you guys. And for anyone who is new, hi, welcome to the My House, My Home family. My name is Antoinette. Others call me Buttons. And I love all things interior design, home decor, making your home beautiful, okay? And so if you've been following me a while, then you know that I just recently purchased a new home. Ronnie and I just upgraded and purchased a 4,600 square foot home, okay? And so changes are happening. It was a pre-existing home. Obviously, we bought it from, other owners, and there are things in here that we want to change. The layout was perfect. The square footage was perfect. It had everything in it that we wanted and needed, except we just need to upgrade, right? So we are planning a major home renovation, and it should be getting started within the next 2 weeks, okay? And we also have a new baby. So yeah, we're a little crazy around here. But changes have been happening on the other side of this camera. There's paint everywhere. He's been painting the entire house. There are samples everywhere because we are ripping up flooring. The whole first floor, we're doing a major kitchen, full renovation gut. We are just moving along. This back wall is going to be a huge feature wall. I have two-story walls in this family room, so it's going to just be really dramatic, and there are going to be some major changes taking place within the next, I'd say, about 2 weeks, okay? We're having UPS and FedEx at the door every day delivering major packages. My flooring should be here this week. My cabinet should be here this week. My appliances should be here next week. I mean, we are rocking and rolling with the major home renovation that's about to get underway. And I have been answering a lot of you guys' questions in my Instagram DMs. And that's another thing. If you guys have not been following me on Instagram, you should. I'll put it down here. And also, you can follow Ronnie as well, because he just started Instagram and he is showcasing a lot of the work that he's doing around the house as well. And I'll put his on the screen as well. His Instagram name is Mr.myhouse_myhome_, okay? Don't forget the Mr. as he says. But I wanted to come and just answer a lot of you guys' questions in a video because I've been having to answer them individually in my IG DMs and also in the comment section of my YouTube videos. So I thought it would be great to come to you guys and give you guys a video on what and this is I've talked to Ronnie about this as well, but our top major home renovation tips are, okay? Because there's a process to it, and I want to take you guys through that process, and that should answer a lot of you guys' questions, okay? I do have my notes here because, it's a couple of things, but, grab yourself a snack and drink and let's get to it, okay? Because this is important business. When you are ready to finally do a major, and I'm not talking about minor cosmetic upgrades, I'm talking about major home renovations when you have to hire out a professional contractor. You were talking major dollars, so you want to do it the right way, and you want to have all your eggs in a row and your research done, okay? So, and these aren't in any particular order. I didn't really order them, but they're all equally important, okay? Some of them will save you money, and some of them will save you headache and heartache on the back end, okay? So the first thing is to save your money, okay? Unless you have just a large lump sum of money already, great. More power to you. Or if you got an inheritance from somewhere, or you just have a large lump sum of money just sitting there, this doesn't apply to you. But if you're like most people and you have to save towards your goal, the first thing you want to do is save your money and have a realistic budget for what you want done, okay? And so my next tip is going to feed into that realistic budget. But the first tip is just to save your money. You can set up automatic savings. This is not, sponsored or anything, but I like to use the Digit app sometimes for major goals, savings goals. So you can just set up different goals, credit card debt, you can set up vacation, you can set up renovations or whatever, and it will slowly pull money from whichever account that you connect it to without you really even noticing. And you can also cap the amount that it'll pull each time. If you don't want it to pull more than like $5 a day, you can cap it. You can stop the savings, you can pause the savings, and you can just transfer all of the money into your account when you are ready to do it. We do that for vacations, and I actually really love it. So you can do something like that, or you can just set up automatic savings from your paychecks, or from your checking account, or whatever. Whenever you get paid, automatically push whatever amount you need to go to that savings account that's set up for the project or the renovation. You can just automatically do it. Automatic is really the way to go, because you don't even have to think about it. Before you know it, you have enough money in that account to do whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, so that's the first tip. Save your money, because you're going to need it. Okay, it's not cheap. The finishes are not cheap. The materials are not cheap. The labor is not cheap. Okay, the next tip that goes kind of hand in hand with that is to research contractors. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. There have been, you can watch HGTV, the DIY network. There have been a lot of people that have got burnt by contractors. Do your research. I don't care if they have a regular website, a Facebook page, an Instagram page. You look them up extensively. Look at the quality of their work, the workmanship, the craftsmanship, the type of employees they hire. Look them up and make sure they are legitimate before you give them a dime. Even before you give them access to come into your home and give you an estimate. You need to make sure they are on the up and up, and they are who they say they are. They can do what they say they can do, and that their price is market value, and it justifies the work that they do. Because there have been plenty of people that have got burned by contractors who have started major projects and then just bailed on them because they've given them too much money in the beginning and they just run off with the money. So you want to make sure that they're licensed, bonded, insured, that the work that you're hiring to do, for the work that you are hiring them to do for you, they have done it before. They know what they're doing. It's going to be up to code. Research your contractors, okay? For a major home renovation, you don't want Bobby down the street to come into your home and start knocking down walls and stuff, and he knocks down a load-bearing wall and your whole house falls. You don't want that. So research your contractors. Get referrals. Those are free. Get referrals from family and friends, or people you know, or even on social media. People, you'll be surprised. DM somebody or comment on the bottom of one of their posts where they're showing you their most recent home renovation. If they're in your area, reach out to them and ask, who did you use? I answer all the time, because I don't mind if I find a good contractor or a good electrician or a good HVAC person, anybody. If you guys ask me for a referral and you're in my area, I always give it to you guys. It's not, it's not secret information or anything like that. And the company, that's free advertising for them. So they won't be mad that you share their information. So research your contractors. Make sure that they know what they are doing, that they know that they can do it up to code. Research them. The next tip is to get multiple estimates. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Even for the wall behind me, the wood trim feature wall that I want to do, I got estimates that were 2 and 3 times other estimates for the same exact work. Okay? So obviously, it's not great to always choose the cheapest estimate. Again, once you research the contractor, you're only going to be working with a select group of contractors to get estimates from, because you've already vetted them, right? So everyone's work at this point should be up to your standards, should be great, should be, up to code and everything like that. But there's no reason for a contractor to be charging you 3 or 4 times what the other contractors who are already vetted, who already know how to do it, who have had experience and who can do it up to code. It's no reason for some of them to be charging 3 and 4 times what the other ones are charging. I mean, you have to, use your common sense and determine what it is in your budget that you can afford. But there are some people out here that will just, increase and inflate their prices crazy. You don't want to work with them, because they are getting over on you and getting over on your pockets, and that's not good, okay? Major home renovations are already expensive. You don't want to be paying 2 and 3 times the amount that you could have paid and gotten the same result, okay? So make sure you get multiple estimates. My suggestion is to always get 3 estimates. That's what I do. I always get a minimum of 3. Sometimes I'll get, 4 if I need to. I don't really go past 4 because then it can get overwhelming, and it can take a long time. It can drag out because some of these contractors are really popular. They're really busy. They are booked and busy, and it takes them a while to even get to you to give you an estimate. So if you're, getting 5, 6, 7, 8 estimates, that could be months before you even make a decision and you're ready to get on a contractor's books. And then you could wait another month or 2 before he actually has availability to come to your home and do whatever the project is that, he gave you the estimate for. So I think the sweet spot is, 3 to 4 estimates, and compare them. Compare, some of them provide materials, some of them don't. Some of them have done, it is what it is. Just compare estimates. Get multiple estimates. Never go with the first one. Never go with, someone who says he can just do it and he's never done it before, or that he's not professional. These are major home renovations. Major home renovations, okay? You want to do your research and get your estimates, okay? So the next one is, try to, and not every contractor will do this, but I have been fortunate enough to find contractors that do allow me to do this. Buy your own materials. And by materials, I mean the major stuff, okay? If they're gonna patch a hole in the wall while they're doing a major renovation, they can, provide the sheetrock or the drywall. That's fine. I'm not talking about the small, materials or the nails that they wanna use to put some. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the major materials for the major home renovation project. Try to find contractors that will allow you to purchase your own materials. The reason I suggest this is because you cut out the middleman. A lot of times that's the contractor who inflates the prices of the material so that they can make a profit. Now they're already making a profit because they're charging you for labor, and that's not cheap. But some of them will also, most of them will inflate the prices of materials so that they can make an extra profit, even more profit, because they're a business and they're a for-profit business. They want to make money. They're there to make money. And so if you can find a contractor that will allow you to purchase your own materials, it's great, because there are places like Floor & Decor or, Lumber Liquidators, or even Home Depot, the big box stores as well, who will sell to you at a discounted or wholesale price. And then you cut out the middleman and you cut out the inflation. So you're getting it at sometimes the contractor's rate, and you don't have to pay the contractor more, okay? And that can be even including the delivery charges to deliver it to your door. It could still be cheaper than what the contractor would charge you to go to that same place and order those same materials for your project, okay? In our kitchen project, we have purchased our own appliances, we have purchased our own cabinets, we have purchased our own flooring for the whole first floor. 2,200 square feet of flooring we have purchased at the wholesale price, and that included getting it delivered to our doorstep, okay? And so that's cheaper than what contractors would have charged us for them to go and order it from the same place for probably the same price, and they would have charged us more, okay? That's just how the nature of the game, that's just how it works. So if you can find you a contractor that will allow you to purchase your own major materials, that is great. The next thing is, it goes hand in hand with that. Shop the deals and the sales. So like our appliances, you can get them from wherever you get appliances from. We happen to order ours from Lowe's, but I didn't order them when they were full price. I ordered them when they were 25 or 30% off, because that's money in our pocket. Okay, I also ordered them all together because then that eliminated the cost of the shipping fee, which is not that cheap for major appliances, right? So if you buy in bundles, buy deals, they will knock money off. And also shop the sales. So if you know that they're gonna have a sale in a week, wait a week before you order whatever that major, appliance is, or whatever that major home renovation material is. Wait until you can get a great deal on them, because that's money saved, and all of that goes towards the bottom line of the project, how much you spent on the project. And we wanna keep that cost as low as possible, but you still want that professional installation and demo and all that. You still want it to be top notch, but you don't want to spend more than you have to spend. So my next, tip is to shop the sales and shop the deals. Like, it's great. Also, if you are going to buy a lot from one retailer, don't be afraid to ask for a discount. I mean, you are putting thousands, and in this case, we're talking major materials and major stuff, thousands of dollars. You are, paying thousands of dollars for products that retailer is selling, and you're buying them at the same time all at once. That's a large purchase. Don't be afraid to ask for a courtesy discount, or, when the next sale is, and then come back during the sale. Like, I do that all the time, and it works out. So that's a huge tip. Shop the sales and shop the deals. A lot of times they will give you discounts on buying things together in a lump sum, in a package, okay? And even if they don't come in a package, if you just order them together at the same time, you can most of the time save money, even if it's just them waiving the delivery charge. That helps you out. Sometimes that's a few $100s, So just shop the deals, shop the sales, be patient, wait for the sales, and then make your large purchases then, okay? The next tip that I have, and this is something that we do and are doing with our major home renovation, is to run the large purchases through a rewards card, or like a travel rewards card, or whatever type of rewards card. You want to maximize on the amount of money that you're spending and get something back for the money that you're spending. You're already going to spend the cash, right? You already have it saved up. You've already planned to spend the money. So why not get something else in return for spending that amount of money? So what we do personally is we have a few credit cards. We do not use them all the time for everything, but we have a travel rewards card. Ronnie and I love to travel. We love to take vacations. And before the world closed down for this pandemic, honey, we were catching flights, okay? So we both have a travel rewards credit card, and basically whatever purchases you put on the credit card, you get a certain amount of points towards travel points, okay? And so basically how it works is, if you spend, I don't know, $1,000 on merchandise or anything, it can be anything, and you want to pay attention, because some cards, they give you different amounts of points for different types of purchases. So for restaurants, for gas, you may get a less amount of points. For larger purchases or retail stores or something, you may get a few more points. But for our particular card that we have, it's all equal. It doesn't matter what type of purchase. They give you the ratio of points to the amount of money that you spend. So let's just say, for hypothetical purposes, you spend $1,000. For every $1,000 you get, I don't know, 100 points towards travel, and that translates to $100 towards travel, okay? And so if you spend $5,000, that's $500 towards traveling. And what we do in that instance is we run the large purchases. So like all of the flooring was a few $1,000s. So we run that through that credit card, and then once it clears on the credit card, we pay it off with the cash that we've saved for the project. So we're not paying any interest or anything on the card, but then we're getting that $300 or $400, whichever it is, in the travel points, and we use that and redeem it for free travel. So with our card, once you book your airline, once you book your airport transfer or your resort, your hotel, and once the charge clears on the card, then you can transfer the travel money or the travel points towards paying off that purchase in full, or in part, depending on how much you have. So we have gotten fully funded vacations through doing that, and we love it. Also, some of those cards will have the introductory programs. We've taken advantage of those too, and that's basically when you open the card initially, they'll say if you spend like $3,000 in the first 3 months, we'll give you 70,000 points, which translates to $700 in free travel money. I mean, we have done that before, and we've already had the cash to pay it off. Instead of just paying cash with our debit card, we run it through the credit card, we get the points for it, and then we transfer the cash to the credit card and pay it off before we get charged interest. Okay, that's very important, because if you don't pay off the balance before the interest accrues, you're going to pay interest on the entire amount that you spent. So pay it off before you get hit with the interest charge, and then you've got these free points that you were going to buy these items anyway with your cash. You got these free points, and you can enjoy free airline rides and free vacations, free resorts, whatever the case. Now, some cards give you cash back. We just happen to want to use the travel rewards, so we love the travel rewards cards. But use a rewards cards if you can, and just get, something back for spending that amount of money, Okay, and so let's see. I have 2 more tips. My next tip is to book your contractors during their non-busy season. And so what I mean by that depends, because some contractors are so popular, there is no such thing as a non-busy season for them, honey. I understand. I'm working with one for my kitchen renovation. But some contractors are more busy, depending on what type of contractor they are. They are more busy during certain seasons of the year. For example, if you're thinking about having a deck put on your house or a patio, obviously those types of contractors are going to be more busy in the spring and summer months when the weather is nice and when more people are trying to use those types of things during the year. In the spring and summer, that's when you're out on the deck, that's when you're on your patio, that's when you're living your outdoor life, right? So they will charge sometimes a surcharge for their services because so many people need them and so many people want them to do work for them during this time of the year. So if you're smart and you wait until the fall, sometimes even the winter, when there's not a lot of business and there's not a lot of competition amongst other potential customers, you can get a better deal. We just got a quote for extending our deck and adding a patio, and he flat out told us that, you want to book this before the spring if you want to do it this year, because my rates go up in the spring and summer. So if you can book your contractors during the non-busy seasons, you can save major money that way as well. Now, my last and final tip is to have multiple projects done at the same time if you can, by the same contractor. So if your contractor, like we are doing a major kitchen renovation, I told you guys, but we're also changing the flooring throughout the main level. And again, it's 2,200 square feet. It's not a small amount of flooring, and it's not a small project at all. But sometimes you save money if the same contractor is going to do all the work anyway. You save time by having them come in and do it all at once versus them having to come in and bring their crews and do one project and then pack up and leave, go to another project, finish that one, and then come back later that year or later, the next year. You save money because the crews are already on site and they can just knock out whatever extra project you need done. They have told me this firsthand as well, that they will give you better rates if you get everything done at one time when they already have the manpower on site to get it done. So that's just something to consider. These are some tips and tricks that we use to just maximize on the amount of money that we spend on major home renovations, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.